Hiya, and welcome back to After Class. The game that teaches us that, Damn it, I had something planned out. Um... The game that teaches us that the beach is the source for all the tea. Like, literally, you just, walk onto the beach and you absorb, literally, all the drama that's going on, and it is amazing. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Hiya. Feels nice to be home, right, Lars? Yeah. Finally back to Highwell. The ride back here was faster than when we went to Waterfront. In any case, I'm just glad we're not sitting inside any longer. One more hour sitting inside that bus, I'd have started a riot. And they would have kicked you out while the bus was still moving. Hiya. Touché. You think you're done? You still need to ride another bus home. Gah! Mark, start running. Gil's going to kill you. No more bus ride! Yeah, we still need to prepare for school today. Not looking forward to it. We live close to each other, yeah? Let's walk home together, Mr. Parker. I'd like that. Good for you guys. I envy you. We should get going now. Yeah, I don't want to be late. See you guys later. Yeah, later. If I decide to go to school, that is. You'd better not be skipping my class today, Mark. I won't. This is where we go separate ways. Thanks for walking with me, you two. You're welcome. And thank you too. Don't mention it. I'll see you at school later. Yeah. See you too, Lars. Let's head in, Lars. Yeah, after you. Holy fuck. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a hoodie. There we go. You grabbed your key and unlocked the gate door. You could barely open it because you still felt groggy, despite getting rest during the ride home. Right? Honestly. I felt that, now I actually look a lot like my character because he's wearing a little hoodie there. You grabbed your key and unlocked the gate door. You could barely open it because you still felt groggy, despite getting rest during the ride home. Alright, let's see. This one should be the key. No? It should be that one. It looks the same as the spare key you gave me. Oh, okay. Click. It worked. You're so cool, Lars. It was nothing. Let's head inside. Finally home. As soon as you stepped inside, you dropped your backpack with a thud and immediately launched yourself onto the couch with a plop. Don't forget you have to prepare for school. Thanks for reminding me, Lars. No problem. I guess I'm going to take a brisk shower. Yeah, while you're at it, could you put our dirty clothes into the washer? I can do that, no problem. Just toss it all inside. I'll do them later. Okays. You got up and started scavenging for dirty clothes, starting from yours. Well, it wasn't really dirty, just used for a day. You plucked them out of your backpack, and next, Lars's clothes. Oh my, there's this plus underwear. The fucking Speedo. I nearly ripped his underwear at the beach. That was dumb, and Lars was so angry. I should have just aimed a little bit lower. He owns a few pairs of these, but it's clear that this one's the one he recently wore. It's apparently from the bulging pouch. Oh my. The thoughts of taking a whiff at his underwear filled your mind once again. What a perv. Walter, no, you've done it once. Please, be a decent person this time. Let's head off to the shower. You tossed the laundry into the washer once you were inside. along with the clothes you wore just now. Lars said he'd do the laundry, so I'm just going to leave it here. You stepped into the shower and started cleaning yourself. Whew! Onsen was great, but nothing beats a quick shower at home. No sniff sniff, I'm sorry. Gave you the privacy you needed. You didn't have to worry about anyone seeing your raging boner right now. And that too, I've been so pent up. I need to do something about it later on. Without worrying about that too much, he took a brisk shower. Okay. All dressed up, time to... What the hell? Like, oh my god. It just popped up. Oh yeah, settings for image 7. Because that's the sensor. I need to, like, rename that, but that's the sensor. Image 7 is the sensor, with image 13 being a pride flag. All dressed up. Time to sit down and wait until it's time to go to school. Walter, breakfast's ready. Or not. As you walked in, you noticed Lars had just finished cooking breakfast. He was placing the food onto the table. You offered to help, but he said he got it, so you just sat down, waiting patiently for breakfast to be served. Huh, did he change his clothes? There you go. Sorry for the wait. No, thank you for the breakfast. Hope you like asparagus. I don't mind them. The eggs Benedict he cooked for breakfast was way more than your usual breakfast. Eating this in the morning almost brought tears to your eyes. I read that raw asparagus might be hard to digest, so I cooked it instead of serving it raw. Ah, really? You didn't have to. I ate raw asparagus before, and it was okay. I see. I'll keep that in mind. Not eating your breakfast? Nah, oh, right, got distracted. Happens to me most of the time. I don't doubt it. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I'm just agreeing with you. We can joke around later. Let's eat before it gets cold. I'm eating! Thank you for the meal. How did you like it? I loved it. My usual breakfast is just bread smeared with peanut butter that I don't even enjoy eating. That won't do. Good thing I have you here to make food for me. I'm glad. It's the least I could do for living here rent-free. It's more than I can ask for, really. Glad to hear that. Lars let out a wry smile before he started cleaning up the table and doing the dishes. I wish I could help you with that, but I think I should head to school soon, Lars. Yeah, go ahead. Make sure you got everything for your classes today. I will. Lars, I'm going now. Whew, just in time. Just in time? Okay, you take care today, alright? Don't stress too much at school. I'll try, thanks. What was that sound? A text message. Ah, alright. I'll be going now, Lars. Gotcha. But from who? Let's see. Hey, Walter, you went to school yet? If not, want to go together? I'm near your house right now. Yeah, it's Mr. Parker. He said he's near my house. He should be around. Here. Good morning, Mr. Parker. Morning, Walter. I'm glad I caught you before you left. Yeah. Asking if you slept well would be weird. So, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. How about you? My body's a bit sore, but otherwise I'm fine. Glad to hear that you're fine, but I hope you'll feel better soon. Yeah, I think it's because I moved too much yesterday. At the beach? Yeah. Ugh. I feel so sluggish today. The lack of sleep is getting to me. Oh, really? I feel fine. I envy you. I think it's because I got some sleep while I was on the bus. I should have done that, but Gil wouldn't let me. Oof. Why don't we just take it easy today in class? Tempting, but we can't do that. Well, I tried. Alright, we're here. I'm surprised that we still have around half an hour before class. Yeah, we managed to come here without rushing at all. You don't look happy to be here. No kidding. I could use a lot of sleep right now. I'll head to my office before class starts. Maybe grab something to eat too. Okay, I ate breakfast, so I'll have to skip the cafeteria trip. Figures. Lars tends to make breakfast of his own. Yeah, I ate good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I'll see you later in class, Walter. Don't be late, alright? I'm already here. I won't be late. Saying it just in case you pulled a mark on me. Let's see what Markica has in store for... That's just his name now. Actually, can I like, change that? I cannot. I do not have access to the thing, and all the script files are already compiled, and they do not have the original script file, so fuck. Fair. Anyway, see you later. I wonder if I should head straight to the classroom or just wait until it's time. Maybe I'll sit here for a bit and... Oof! It would be nice if you would walk around while being aware of your surroundings. I'm sorry. Huh? That outfit. It's the same as Coach Gill's. You look familiar. No mod for us, though I will say, and this is actually for Soul Creek. If there is not a pre-censored version available, I might just end up modding it, because we're definitely playing it tomorrow. Like, there's no doubt about that. We are definitely playing the update tomorrow. You look familiar. Right, you're that kid who hangs around Coach Gill. Do I know you? No, but you will. Name's Talbot. Make sure you remember that. Talbot. Sounds familiar. Replace all characters with Mark. True Mark go route. Mark told me he's nothing but trouble. I don't need to know him for a long time to realize that he's bad news. I have to leave before it gets bad. Alright, I have to go now. Once again, I'm sorry. Not so fast. He put his hand on your shoulder. You felt a chill running down your spine. Yes? His grip on you was getting tighter. You started to feel uneasy. Oh. Actually. Oh, it's you two. That voice. Nice seeing you two here. Good morning, Coach. Morning. What were you two doing? Coach Gill, we were talking. He accidentally bumped into me. Right, Walter? Yeah, that was it. Is that so? I'm glad neither of you are hurt. Anyway, I got something to talk with you, Talbot. With me? Yeah. Let's go somewhere private. Sure. Coach Gill walked inside with Talbot, but before entering, he looked at you and mouthed something. I'll take care of him? I think that's what he said. Yeah, I'll certainly be careful around that guy. I don't quite like him. How did he know my name? I don't think I've told him before, but then again, he knows I'm with Coach Gill a lot. Maybe he overheard it here and there. Oh well, I got lots of things to care about, and this isn't one of them. Not now, at least. You sat down on one of the benches, staring into the distance, daydreaming like usual. At least that was your plan until Mark came to disrupt your daydreaming paradise. If you want to do that, at least do it in the classroom. What? Mark? Hey, it's me, Mark Thornton. Don't just sit here. Bow before your king. Never. You're no fun. I could be. Bah. Anyway, you shouldn't sit here too long. Let's head in. Huh? You're actually going inside? I'm surprised. Nah, what I think is happening is, whatchamacallit? Yeah, that. He thinks that Walter's taking Coach Gill. Nah, it's not like I'm serious about going to school. I just want you to suffer with me. I should have figured that by now. But you didn't. So chop chop. Ugh. Fine. Oh yeah, I haven't told you, but I bumped into Talbot this morning. Talbot? The blue, mean, smelly fish dragon thing? I don't know about smelly. Actually, he smelled really nice. But he did sound mean, and he looks blue, so I guess? He's nothing but trouble. Don't get too close with him. Why? Because I said so. Now be a good boy and enter the classroom with me, why don't ya? Alright. Good boy. He came closer to you and ruffled your hair, your tail wagging in response. There was something about head pats and hair ruffles that felt good and exciting to you. With each stroke, your tail wagged faster and more excitedly, but you had to remind yourself not to show that in front of Mark, or he would use that against you sometime. It's because we're fucking dog. It was probably too late, but better than never. Don't do that! You would allow Lars to do that to you, but not me? Double standard! You would never! Whatever, Mark. Good thing no one took our seats yet. Let's sit down. Okays. You're so obedient, it's fun. What? Just kidding, wouldn't want you to start rebelling. You're at that age after all. I've gone past that phase, plus I've never rebelled. Yeah, right. Come on, believe me. Sure, I believe you. What's that half-assed response? Good morning, class. Let's continue where we left off last week. Mr. Parker didn't waste time getting the class started. He literally went in and started the lecture. That's unusual. Thought he'd at least talk about the weekend. Oh? I wouldn't know. Me neither. But I just figured that would be the case. Mr. Thornton, Mr. Graham, please don't talk during the lecture. Right? Sorry. Time's up. Let's wrap it here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to study for tomorrow, everyone. Finally! The end of our suffering. We still have another class to attend, though. No? Ugh. Right. We have 2 classes starting this week. Not looking forward to it. Me neither. At least you understand me. Do you think we should get something for lunch? I'm not that hungry, but I wouldn't mind getting something to eat. Cafeteria it is? Let's go. It seemed like Mr. Parker was answering some of the students' questions. He looked busy, so you thought that you shouldn't bother him. As you walked past, your gaze met his, so you nodded and smiled at him, and you did the same before back to answering his queries. Their queries. Disappointed that you didn't get to hang out with him today. Nah, we hung out plenty last night. Plus, he's busy. We shouldn't bother him. Huh. Okay. And I get to hang out with you. It's a win-win for me either way. Huh? Don't say things like that. Eh? Food. What happened to I'm not that hungry? I can't help it when it smells this good. You're such a glutton. I am not. Answer that when you're not looking like you gobble up everything in this room. Am I drooling? I hope I'm not. When he wasn't looking, you wiped your mouth to see if you were drooling. You were not. Thank goodness for that. So what are you going to have for lunch? I'll have whatever you're having. Is that so? I hope you like something stinky. What? Just kidding. I wouldn't eat those in public. Whatever it is, I'm glad you wouldn't. I'll just get some bologna and cheese sandwiches and be done with it. Sounds like a plan. It's fun, though, where I came from. I mean, I was born here, but details aren't important. Okay, I get you. Anyway, they wouldn't serve something like this in my old school. The options were mostly rice. It sucked. And they weren't served like this. Really? I would have loved rice for lunch. Not if you were eating it practically every day. I suppose you'd get bored with it, yeah. Correct. I see. You're fine with sandwiches for lunch, yeah? Considering the fact that I eat bread, peanut butter, and bottled milk for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, yeah, I'm more than okay with it. Just how the fuck are you alive? Language. Mark rolled his eyes, mouthing language to make fun of the lunch lady. I don't know. I'm just somehow alive. And you have this whole, I don't know, muscle thing to boot. Genetics. Goddamn lucky fucker. Ugh. A few sandwiches didn't do the job, but it'll do for now. I wasn't really hungry, like I said, so I'm happy with those. Good for you. Come to think of it, I saw Anders here last week. I wonder where he is right now. He doesn't come to school on Mondays. Really? Really? I totally met him last week, though. Are you sure you weren't imagining it? 100% sure. I'm pulling your leg. He was here last week. I don't know, discussing something with the teachers, I guess. That makes sense. Ah, you two finished eating? Mr. Parker! Yeah, we just finished, sorry. If you wanted to eat with us, you could have just told us before you left. I don't want you two to wait for me for too long. I don't know about Mark, but I wouldn't mind it. As long as I have time to laze around before the next class, I wouldn't mind it. I'll keep that in mind. You two gotta stop talking in my class and start paying attention, though. It's not our fault it's boring. It is? Oh, not again. Mr. Parker went from happy to gloomy in an instant. Mark wasn't so sure how to react to it, so he was panicking a bunch. It's my opinion, though, Mr. Stone. Not like it matters. Right, Walter? I guess. Anyway, you could just text either of us if you want to have lunch together. You have our numbers for that reason. You're right. Oh yeah, I hope you two are ready for tomorrow's test. Huh? Ah, yeah, there's a quiz tomorrow. You haven't studied at all. Hang on, can I do the voice? I'm in danger. I cannot do the voice. Just. Oh no. Okay. Just. There is. There is. Hang on. Let me... Did it just, like, autoplay? It has autoplay on it. Hang on, let me, like... Oh my god! Just, like, turn that up a bit. Here we go.
I'm in danger!
There we go. Let's turn that back down. There we go. But no, there is. Right here. It's like a whole character list. Actually, what are Walter's dislikes? Oh, yeah. I'm in danger. I take it you haven't studied at all. Bingo. What about you, Mark? I'm smart enough to pull it off without studying anything. I was just faking surprise. Just make sure neither of you fail my class. I would hate to see it happen. You could boost our scores. Damn it, Mark. Not a chance. Mark clicked his tongue to show his disappointment. In any case, I won't disturb you too longer. I should go eat my lunch. You two have fun. Enjoy your lunch, Mr. Parker. I will. I don't think I've asked you, but what class do you take today, aside from Mr. Stone's? Social science. Huh, looks like we'll be classmates again. Oh, really? I'm glad. So you are. Let's just head into our class and suffer together. That sounds ominous. Mark and you attended social science class together. You started to understand a little more about the world and people around you. That was boring. Really? I thought it was fun. I wish I had a fraction of what you felt about the subject. Pfft. Since we have nothing to do after that, I don't feel like going home. What do you want to do now? Huh? I'm allowing you to hang out with me. Sure? Which one? Do you want to study for tomorrow's quiz? Have Mark suggest something, or just go home with Big Kitty? Go to Lars or help the himbo Walter. He is a himbo, though. He is, though. Oh no! Oh no! A Clifford me. I was waiting for the video to put extremely sexual. Oh no! Oh no! Let's study with the little kitten. If you're not doing anything in particular, would you like to study together? More studying? I don't want to fail any classes, okay? I'm not the brightest student after all. That's an understatement. Good that you realize that. You didn't have to say it to my face, you know. Well, if you insist, I guess I have no choice but to help you study. Where do you want to do the thing? I think we have a library in here. Or if you want, we can study at my place. Library it is. I don't feel like sharing another hour with Big Kitty. At least Walter is self-aware. How come he gets to have a permanent sleepover with you and I don't? You really don't like hanging out with Lars, huh? Mew, I'm just petty. Did he just fucking mew? Did he just... Don't say mew. Don't mew me, you petty cat. Upon entering, the air suddenly felt very different than the rest of the campus. There was this earthy, musky, old room-esque smell, and it certainly felt smart in here. You looked around curiously. Rows and rows of books, old-looking hanging lights lighting the two-tiered hall, indistinct conversations between people, and so on. It certainly felt smart in here. Can I go to this library and feel smart? It occurred to you that even though people were trying to be quiet in the library, nothing was ever in complete silence unless there was no one present. But that wasn't the case. The library was crowded, a lot of people, all kinds of people trying to study their heads off. I don't think I've ever been here before. Oh, you made it sound like you know a lot about the school. I do. Only when it's not related to studying. Curse you and your brilliant brain. Oh, yes, praise me more. Shush. The librarian shushed you two to keep what silence there was in the library, but she herself was breaking the silence. Mark clicked his tongue, started walking toward a nearby seat, and sat on it. You quickly sat across him before someone took the said seat. I wasn't praising you. Oh, you don't have to be shy. Let's just study. You are the one studying. I'm just here keeping you company. What? I don't need to study. I'll pass the quiz like it's nothing. Just don't ask me if you have a question. I'm busy. Ugh. Fine. Busy with his phone, all right. You grabbed your textbook and started reviewing what you learned in Mr. Parker's class. Thankfully, it was actually not as hard as you imagined. Oh, this is going to be easy. I can start figuring out what will be on the test tomorrow. Mark started getting restless for some reason. He kept staring at you, which made you feel uneasy. But you didn't want to bother him since he said that he didn't want to be bothered, so you didn't pay attention to him. He then kept touching your textbook, interrupting your study session, messing with your pencil, and all the stuff a cat would do when they need their owner's attention. What are you doing? Nothing. This doesn't look like nothing to me. Yeah, keep studying. Don't ask me questions if you don't understand something. That's exactly what I've been doing. Okay. He started it again. Now it's worse than before. He kept moving stuff around you, getting you distracted. What is his problem? He then sat next to you, scribbling something that looked like a disfigured line with an exclamation mark inside a triangle. You didn't get it, nor did you want to understand it. So you paid no more attention to him. Not satisfied with your reaction, he got up, asked for some adhesive tape from the librarian, and taped that drawing he just did to his face. Mark is doing house cat things. Was he trying to say something? You scrunched up your face, asking him to stop you so you could go back to studying. But he kept pointing his finger at that drawing. What? He'd gotten a little bit perturbed from you not understanding him, and so he slowly slammed his head onto the table, making a loud thud. Some of the people were startled by the noise, including the librarian. She shushed Mark, and everyone was looking at him with a confused face. But then they paid no more attention to him, which made him groan softly. Just say it already. I don't get what you're trying to do. Ask me questions. I thought you didn't want me to ask you. No. You totally said that you were busy. I didn't. Yes, you did. Plus, not like I have questions anyway. Come on, just ask me anything. Can you be serious about this? What's to be serious about if there's nothing serious to begin with? Fair point. I'll go back to studying then. No! That's it. Both of you, out. Now watch it, lady. We got kicked out. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have yelled out loud. You okay? Yeah, I'm alright. It was just funny as all. I guess we're banned from the library from now on. I suppose we are. I was about to finish studying anyway. It doesn't really matter. Still, I apologize. I shouldn't have let that happen at all. It's okay, really. I'm not the type to visit the library often. Well, if you insist it's okay, then it's okay. Yeah, it's getting late. I should head back soon. Lars might be worried if I wander off too long. Huh? Okay. I guess I can walk you home if you want. At least until you reach Publix. I gotta take the bus home. I'd like that. Are you sure you don't have to study to pass tomorrow's quiz, Mark? Yeah, I'll end up falling asleep if... I'll end up falling asleep if I did it anyway. You'd better not fail tomorrow's quiz. I would hate it if you failed Mr. Parker's class. You're acting like it's our finals. Ease up. I'll be fine. I promise. Alright then. Just worry about yourself. I'd be laughing my ass off if you didn't even get a B. I'm not that dumb. Not saying you are. Of course I know that. Yeah, start walking before your cat daddy worries about you even more. Cat daddy? Here we are, the place we visit the most. we do visit Publix a lot. It's convenient. I don't see why not. Although I'm sad to say that we gotta go our separate ways from here onwards. You're saying it like you won't see me again tomorrow. Probably. What? Just kidding. Now go. I can't bear to say goodbye, so please walk forward and never look back. You're so dramatic. You'd rather that I'm cold toward you? No. Then start washing. Then start walking. Hush, hush. Chop, chop. Fine. Oh, that won't do, young man. Huh? Have I seen him before? He looks familiar. He also looks like Mark, but older. What are you doing here? I fucking love that name card. Man who looks like Mark, but older. Now, that's not how you greet your father. Father? Oh, you are? I'm Walter. It's nice to meet you, Mark's father. Walter, that's a nice name. You must be Marco's friend. I hope he hasn't been troubling you. You got the impression he would have said that no matter what your name was. Marco? Just call me Rye, or by my last name if you don't feel like it. I'm not troubling him. If you have business with me, then discuss it with me. This dude here needs to go home now. This dude? Well, young man, are you in a hurry right now? Mark is looking real uncomfortable with this. I should do as he suggested. Since you didn't want to make it obvious that you were trying to help Mark, you decided to not look at him at all. Sort of. I have a friend waiting for me at home. I see. Marco's persona! Oh no! I see. I apologize for taking your time, young man. You can go now. Why did it feel like he was giving me permission to leave? Right, I'll be going home now. I'll see you later, Mr. Thornton, Mark. Take care. Yeah, finally. Damn! That was weird. I didn't know Mark's dad would be a serious, intimidating type. Considering that Mark's anything but serious. What about Mark? Lars? It seemed like Lars was doing something behind the gate. You unlocked the door and headed inside. Oh, thank God he's wearing pants. I was slowly starting to freak the fuck out. What are you doing? Picking up dried leaves. Huh, okay. No wonder the yard's so clean lately. Welcome back, Walter. Yeah, I'm back. Having Lars welcome you home made you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. You wanted to hug him so bad, but you were afraid that he would think of you as a weirdo. Hello back. I'm Lars. I'm going out again. Have a good day, Lars. It's a joke! Having a good day so far? Yo, what happened to the audio? Is it still plugged in? Yeah, my headphones are still plugged in. Having a good day so far? I got kicked out of the library, but I had a good day. Come again? Okay, I got kicked out of the library, but I had a good day. How did you get kicked out of a library, even? Mark was talking too loud, so the librarian lady kicked us out. That kid, I'm gonna teach him a lesson. Don't do that. It wasn't anything bad, I promise. But he got you kicked out of the school library. It was partially my fault, so don't worry about it, okay? Fine. Only because you asked me not to. Yay, you're the best. It's nothing. Go inside and take a shower. I'll make us some dinner after I'm done picking up these dry leaves. Okay. Whew. Finally home. You wasted no time removing your burden off your shoulders. Literally. The bag wasn't heavy, but carrying it home after a tiring day at school made you grow weary with each passing second. I'll take Lars's advice and head off to shower. With a towel in hand, you headed toward the bathroom to finally take a shower that you deserved. All that studying you did, regardless of how easy it was, made you a lot more exhausted than you thought you would be. You wasted no time undressing yourself, and once you did, you tossed your clothes into the empty washer. It seemed like Lars had finished the laundry you put inside this morning. I guess I'll take a warm shower tonight to let my body relax. Okay, yeah, audio's here. Once you decided on what kind of shower you wanted to take, you hopped into the bathtub, turned on the shower knob, and let the warm shower revitalize your weary body. Just like any other shower time, you took your time in here to contemplate. This time, you decided to think about what had happened today. Man, I can't believe Mark got kicked out of the library. Lars was so ready to cause a scene with Mark when he found out, but I'm glad I managed to stop him from doing so. Still, that was fun. I'm happy that I got to hang out with Mark. I'll keep in mind that he doesn't usually mean what he says. He's kind of hard to figure out sometimes. It's like I'm in a dating simulator game where when I talk with him, every choice matters. Damn it, Walter, stop breaking the fourth wall. Well, at least I studied for tomorrow's quiz, all things considered. I feel like I'll be able to do fine tomorrow. That's enough of showering for tonight. Let's finish up. Hopefully I'll still be able to help Lars with dinner. I feel bad for letting him do, well, everything. It only occurred to you how cold today was when you came out of the shower. You quickly headed back to your room to get dressed. Whew, that was good. Although it might have been too late to help Lars, when you walked out of the bathroom, you smelled something really nice. Must have finished making dinner and was just waiting for you to get out of the shower. Bad, Walter. Bad. In that case, I shouldn't let him wait any longer. Something smells really good. Lars sure is amazing. Where did he learn to cook like that? Oh, you finished showering? Yep, fresh and clean. Dinner will be ready soon. Please wait for a bit. Take your time. Lars was moving around frantically. He was cooking something on one stove while making some kind of broth with the other. It certainly looked like he needed some help with whatever he was doing right now. But even if you asked to help, you were sure that he wouldn't let you anyway. He sure looks busy over there. Are you sure you don't need help with anything? I got it covered. No worries. Well, if he didn't want you to help, all you could do was sitting pretty until he finished making dinner. This would be a dinner only for two, but it almost seemed like he was making a feast to you, that is. Not doing anything felt a bit weird to you, so you decided to play with your phone. What to do? I guess I could ask how Tor is doing right now. I pulled up the messenger app and asked Tor if he was doing okay, but there was a problem. Huh? What's wrong? Tor's number wasn't in your contact list. Did you accidentally delete it? It couldn't be. You haven't touched your phone that much today. Hold on. Did you even exchange numbers with him? Tor's number isn't registered on my phone. Huh. Is that so? Yeah. That's too bad. Nothing we can do about it. I hope Tor's not too upset about it. What about you? What about me? How are you feeling? I'm just a bit sad. I see. What's with the pause? I'm sorry I can't do more than consoling you. I wish I could do something about it. It's okay, thanks. I hope I'm not forgetting anything else other than asking Tor's number. Me too. Well, that aside, dinner's ready. Oh, yay! He's seen wearing the red oven mittens as he slowly put the sizzling platter near you. The red oven mitts on Lars's hands revealed themselves. You weren't sure if it was of importance, but you noticed it anyway. Before he put it onto the dining table, he slid a coaster under the platter. You asked him what that was for, and he said it was to prevent a burn mark on your dining table. That was considerate of him. Once he did, he grabbed the pan that was on the stove and started putting your food onto the platter, which caused it to sizzle. You looked at the display in front of you in awe, as if it was some kind of magic trick. It looked appetizing, and you've had this before with your family, but you weren't sure what exactly he cooked for dinner. Maybe you could ask him about the dish. Do we want to ask, or are we way too hungry? I might sound dumb, but what is this? Looks really good. Sizzling steak with peppers, onions, and chili. You can make this at home? That's awesome. I remember eating this at some restaurant near my home. I can't wait to eat it. Help yourself. Just be careful, it's hot. I need to take a picture of this. Lars smiled at you before he did the same thing with the other platter. He looked at it with the same apparent excitement. Once he finished putting down his food, he sat down across you and started eating. Don't get too distracted, alright? It's best eaten when hot. I won't. Just let me admire this food first. You took a few more pictures before starting to eat the food yourself. It tasted as good as it looked. This was heaven. I asked this before, but how's your day been so far, Walter? It's been good. School wasn't too stressful. I got to eat some good food at the school cafeteria, and now I get to eat good food at home. You sure think about food a lot, huh? It's one of many ways to make a bad day good. Noted. What about you? It's been alright. I did laundry, cleaned the house, took care of those dried leaves. Nothing too exciting. That sounded like a decent day, except too much cleaning. Well, I did take a few long naps in between. Now that's what I'd call a good day. I certainly need some naps later on. Wouldn't that mess with your sleep schedule? You're right. I guess I'll just become a couch potato for tonight. You worked hard today. You deserve it. Daw, stop it, you. I need to bring the laundry inside soon. I heard it's going to rain tonight. Huh? Bring it inside? Yeah, some of these clothes aren't suitable for tumble drying, so I had to sun dry them. Really? I didn't know that. I just tossed everything into the dryer at home. No wonder some of your clothes are shrinking more than they should. Oops. It's not my fault. My parents never told me. Mine neither. You never told me about your parents ever once, actually. Is that so? Probably because I had none. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fine. I had a foster parent, that's all. Do you still talk with them? I don't even know if he's still alive or not. Aw, okay. Maybe I should steer clear of this kind of conversation in the future. Forget I asked. What did you ask? Good. While eating the food with some conversations in between, you noticed that there was a big bag of something piled in the corner of your kitchen leading to the yard. What are those things, Lars? Yeah, dry leaves. Dry leaves. Okay. Well, what do you bring dry leaves inside? I was going to make compost from it, but I realized that I wasn't prepared to make it. I'll get rid of it tomorrow, I promise. Yeah, it's okay. I was just curious is all. What are you planning to do with the compost? I noticed that there was what used to be a vegetable patch in the yard. Maybe I could use that to grow some plants. You almost made an audible gasp when you heard that. Lars, a plant daddy. Confirmed. I see. Well, if you want to grow something with it, go ahead. You can even shop for gardening stuff. Tools. I don't know. I would love that. Cute. If you're okay with that, I would love it. Yeah, we can do that. How's tomorrow sound? Fuck yeah! I think that's the first time I've ever seen Lars say fuck in a positive manner. It's nice seeing him getting excited about something once in a while. Thanks for the meal. Glad you liked it. I'll go do the dishes. You can take it easy tonight. Not even gonna let me help you with it? It's easier to do it all by myself. Yeah, fuck. Honestly, with how big he was in the space by the sink, it would be wise to have only one person doing the job. Okay, let me do the dishes next time, okay? I'll think about it. Sounds like a plan. Well, Lars told me to take it easy, so taking it easy I go. There's a lot of things I need to do before I can do that. Let's see. You pulled cables out of your backpack. Chargers, wired earpieces, some random cables you didn't know you brought with you. You're all tangled up. You weren't ready for the 5 minutes of pain you would experience later while untangling the cords. Not looking forward to it. Let's see what's next. There weren't many things inside, mostly just the cables, making it look like there was a lot. Soap, socks, batteries, some off-brand lotion that you didn't even use. Just mostly miscellaneous items left inside. Also clothes and underwear. The ones you packed as if you were going to piss yourself every 15 minutes. One thing wasn't present though, and bad news. It was your pendant. Did you forget it somewhere? You haven't been wearing it either. You even double checked if you had it in your backpack before you left Torres Inn. Did I leave it in the bathroom? I should go look over there. You got up and headed to the bathroom. Truth be told, your anxiety was rising, but you didn't want to make a big deal out of it. At least not yet. After a thorough search, it wasn't anywhere in there. Not even on the vanity where you'd place your stuff before hopping into the shower. Just to make sure that you didn't miss anything, you scoured each of the cabinets and drawers you had in the bathroom. Yet you found nothing. This is bad. Really bad. Right, maybe it's in the living room. Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to pull up the sensor. You stormed off to the living room, leaving all the drawers open. Should be on the coffee table. Or not. It was clear as day. Maybe Lars put it somewhere else, because I put it there, and he had to clean the table. Without a moment's notice, you headed to the kitchen, where Lars was still cleaning up the countertops. Hey, Lars! You're sweating a lot. What's up? Did you see my pendant? I don't recall seeing it. Did you lose it? I don't know. It's not in my backpack. Did you forget it somewhere else? I'm not sure. I remember putting it inside my backpack because I didn't want to put it into the Onsens basket in the changing room. I also double checked that I have it with me before I left Torres Inn. I see. It must be somewhere around here then. Unless? Did you remember what happened when you entered the bus? I sat down. Before that. Shit. My backpack wasn't zipped. Yeah. Ugh! I lost my pendant for real now! Maybe not. You weren't the last to get on the bus, were you? No, Mark was behind me if I recall correctly. You should have at least noticed your pendant falling off. If he was behind you and the pendant did fall out. You're right! We don't know how long your backpack was opened. It could be in front of Tor's inn, inside our room, or even in Tor's car. I see. It's bad. I don't think we can get to Waterfront tonight. No, my point is, no matter where it dropped, Tor should have it with him. I see now. The only problem here is that we don't have his number. Ugh, I'm stupid. Why didn't I give him my number before we got on the bus? You're not. It was just bad timing is all. Mark might have his number, just a hunch. You think so? Yeah, if what he claims was true, then he should have the inn's number. I see. I'll try asking him tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. Lars grabbed her hand and started caressing it with his own. His paw was rather rough, but it was a pleasing feeling nonetheless. You were on the verge of crying, actually, but somehow that managed to calm you down. With that being said, now you weren't sure what you should do. Do you pull back your hand now that you feel better? Do you let it linger longer? Do you just caress his hand back? Just like that, your anxiety rose up once again. Lars seemed to notice it and quickly pulled his hand away from yours. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Don't be. It helped me calm myself down. It did? I'm glad. I planned to take it easy, but now I'm just anxious. Hope Tora does have my pendant. Might sound silly by now, but I'm sure I sound like a broken record, but it's the only thing that connects me to the past, and I can't afford to lose it. It's just too important to lose. I see. I'm sure he'll get it back. That thing tends to go back to you anyway. I hope you're right. Are you not going to pick that phone call up? Right, sorry. It's unusual. Who's calling me this late? It's Mark. Huh? What does he need at this time? I don't know. I'll pick up the phone. Walter here. Peh. Took you that long to pick up a phone call, so as usual. Mark, good timing. What? Do you have Tor's number? Why would I have my rival's number on my phone? I don't know. But no, I don't have it. Why? I lost my pendant. Your pendant? Ah, you mean that piece of scrap you wear all the time? Did you just hang up without ending it properly? I didn't have to. You're not going to answer that? No, it's just a spam call. I see. Alright. I'm going to head to my room. Okay, I'll join you in a bit if you want me to. Do what you wish. I don't care. You let your body go limp onto the bed, devoid of energy. It all seemed pointless, especially with Mark having called your pendant a scrap. Thinking back, you regretted what you said to Lars, but you just couldn't control it. Your emotions were going haywire, just like those tangled cables. It might take a while before it could get untangled, so right now all you wanted to do was lie down motionless, slowly untangling your emotions. Hope Lars isn't too upset about it. He didn't deserve that. I wouldn't hold it against him if he didn't want to talk with me after this. I'm the worst. Useless piece of trash. Walter, can I enter? To your surprise, Lars was knocking on your door, asking if he could enter your room. Yeah, go ahead. Seemed like you managed to break your negative thoughts before it would spiral into something worse. How are you feeling? I don't know. My emotions are haywire. That's okay. Which emotion are you feeling the most right now? Upset? I see. Do you know why you're upset? It's just Mark being Mark. Can you explain more? He called my pendant a piece of scrap. I took offense to that. Alright, I can understand why you're upset. And I say it's valid that you feel what you're feeling right now. You think so? Yeah, I'm sure I would be upset if someone told me that something I hold dear is basically trash. Like you said, Mark was being himself, and it's just something that he does. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm sure he had no ill intentions. I fully know that. It's just that I can't help but feel awful about it. I'm being so immature right now. The fact that you realize it was immature of you is enough to tell you that you're not immature. It's okay, Walter. You don't have to feel bad about it, but just don't hold it against him, alright? I'm sure he's worried about you right now. He just didn't know how to approach you during this kind of situation. I suppose so. You must be tired right now. I should let you get some rest. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Although I need to clean my teeth first. Sounds good to me. Dental hygiene is a must. Hey, Lars. Yeah? Thank you. He patted your head and caressed your hair lovingly. You're welcome. Now get your teeth cleaned. Let me know if you need anything. I will. Despite being exhausted, you still didn't neglect your basic dental hygiene. Not that much at least. Just for tonight, you skipped flossing your teeth and settled for only brushing. Stupid Mark calling my pendant a piece of scrap. The more you thought about it, the more frustrated you got. But you remembered what Lars said. He didn't have ill intentions. It's just how he was. I'll just sleep it off tonight. Whew, what a day. But I managed to get through it. I should be proud of myself. You sat down on the bed and stared at your phone for a while. You wondered if you should message Mark and apologize. This was one of the few times where your ego spoke louder than your conscience. So you just let your phone sit on the nightstand and not do anything about it. It wasn't my fault. He was being mean. If anything, he should be the one apologizing. I'll deal with it tomorrow. For now, time for sleep. Day 9. After class. You know what? We're just going to do day 9 also tonight. Floating. What's happening? You're floating midair. You try to find yourself some stable footing. You let out a sigh, but it is greeted with nothing but a silent echo of your own voice. Where is this? Your mind wanders. This doesn't look like some place you've been to. There is the sound of water dripping coming from in front of you. Wait, no, it's from the left side. No, it's from the right side. Behind you. Behind me? You thought. Turn around. Feeling a chill down your spine, you weren't too eager to turn around. But there's no other option, so you obliged to that voice in your head. Someone is standing exactly in front of you, inside of what looks like a doorway. You think of raising your hand in a greeting, but whoever that is, they have the same thought as you. Both of you raise your hand at the same time. That outline, that figure, that energy, it looks like someone you know. Do you want to approach them? Which one? God, if it's either Walter or Herbert, I'm going to be so mad, and also not mad. What do you want to know? We all have the time we want here. What do we want to ask? Who is they? What do you mean? You know who I am. Not that it matters. You'll forget about this once you leave, said the voice in your head, with your own voice. What do you want to know? We all have the time we want here. Give me your pronouns. That? You'll see soon enough. Or not. Depends on how you choose to approach this. Not that it matters. You'll forget about this once you leave. This voice in your head replied, with your own voice. What do you want to know? We have all the time we want here. Lars, come pick me up. I'm scared. It's someplace that exists between reality and your mind. Not that it matters. You'll forget. Oh my god. Can you, like... That was the voice in your... Oh my god. You gotta tamper with this world just like I do. Oh my god. Do we want to leave or ask more questions? Or go back in time? My god. Hold up, I'm taking these headphones off because... Yeah. That dripping was starting to get annoying. That dripping was getting very, very annoying. Dance. Doing a little dance. Oh no, 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 no. As you wish. What do you want to know? We have all the time we want here. Are you... Same questions. What happens if you click it twice? Me? It's nothing important. Let's just say I exist here and there. Not that it matters. You'll forget about that. Oh my god. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. We can't rewind. So be it. What are you going to do with that thing in front of you? Do you want to approach them? Okay, do we want to approach the thing or no? We can't go. Let's head first. Seeing is believing. Your dad once told you that. You decided to approach the person. The more you walk towards that person, the more the distance between you both increases. Every step you take makes them appear farther and farther away, but somehow you could sense that person getting closer to you, despite what your eyes are seeing. Eventually you hit an invisible wall, as if there was a force stopping you from reaching closer. However, now you could feel the presence of that person fully. It is you. There is no other person in this void. Only you in this gigantic doorway that works like a mirror. The only difference between this mirror and the ones you see in real life is that when you get closer, the reflection grows smaller, but when you walk away, it grows bigger. What does this mean, you thought to yourself? But it doesn't matter. This place exists between time and space. It won't matter to you. At least not yet. It seems like you still have something to do. Or maybe not. You could choose to leave. Let's leave. I hope to see you again soon. Oh, fuck no. You woke up feeling like you were emotionally drained and physically exhausted, despite the amount of adequate sleep you've been getting. Just like usual, you had no clear memory of what happened the day before. You took your time sitting in bed, thinking of the decisions you've made so far. They sure felt insignificant. Like what you've said before made no impact to your future days. But who knows? Maybe they would eventually lead you to something more important. Yesterday. Whatever. I'll just get up and get ready for school. You got up, made your bed, and headed out of your room to get ready for today's classes. I'm pulling up the sensor because Saleo. As expected, Lars was already in the kitchen making breakfast for the two of you. Since you didn't want to bother him while he was cooking, you headed straight to the bathroom and took a quick yet thorough shower. Okay. Now finished showering and getting changed for the day, you headed to the kitchen expecting a delicious breakfast to be served in front of you. It's a part of your routine at this point, waking up, taking a shower, having breakfast ready once you were done. Such luxury wouldn't be possible without Lars's help. Good morning, Walter. Hey, Lars. Good morning. How's sleep? It was okay, I guess. I'm feeling sluggish. It's like I didn't have enough sleep at all. But I don't remember waking up at night. I see. Could be nightmares. Yeah, it's probably nothing. I understand. Well, here's your breakfast. Hope you like it. Thanks, Lars. How are you feeling today? Not that great. I'm still thinking about what happened yesterday. The thing with your pendant. Yeah, and Mark, too. Thank you for the food today. You're welcome. I assume you'll head to school now? Yeah, I have an exam today. Huh? Crap, I have an exam today! Oof. You studied for it, didn't you? Yeah, I went to study with Mark. You should be fine then. I'm not too sure. Yesterday happened and I sort of forgot about it. A brief review of your material might help. At least it does for me. Refreshers help me remember what I've studied before. Maybe it'll work for you too. I sure hope so. I'll get going now, Lars. Thanks for the breakfast and the tip. I'll let you know how it goes later. Don't mention it. You grabbed your bag and headed toward the front door, but Lars stopped you before you could even leave the kitchen. Wait. Huh? Don't forget to take your lunchbox. Ah! 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 Lunchbox? I don't remember having one. Well, I bought an packed lunch for you. It's okay if you don't want it. No pressure. I'm gonna need, like, I don't know how long to just mentally process that. Obviously, we're taking the lunchbox. It's okay if you don't want it. No pressure. Sure, the cafeteria food is amazing, but Lars's homemade food is second to none. Plus, how could you say no to that face? Thank you, Lars. I'll enjoy this later. I gotta go now. Please hold the fort for me while I'm gone. I will. Take care. You too. Lunchbox? This feels like high school all over again. Can't say I hate the idea, though. Not the high school, but the lunchbox. I mean, high school was a strange period for me. I don't even remember most of it. Honestly, same. As you walked through the alley, you noticed a group of children playing by the playgrounds. It reminded you of back then when you would play with Lars and the others. Lars would visit you from time to time, and he'd take you to the nearest playground next to his school. Each would build a sandcastle, but yours would always fall down for some reason. It was a fond memory of yours. Huh? Hold on a second. Did I just remember something I'd forgotten accidentally? Ah! Headache! Right? Although, I think Walter did ask Lars to marry him, but like, as a joke. You flinched from the pain and almost lost your footing, but you quickly stabilized yourself and took your time to let the pain subdue by itself. Once it was no more than some mild annoyance and dull throbbing, you decided to head to school. I should ask Lars later. For now, I have to head to school. You reached Publix the same time as the bus made its stop. There were a lot of people getting off the bus, but a friend of yours was among the people. It didn't seem like Mark would be saying anything soon. You weren't sure how to handle the situation, so you just tried to ignore him. Here you are at the school gate. You felt bad for ignoring Mark like that, but you couldn't help but feel awkward about it. You wanted to apologize for what you did to him, but at the same time you felt like he deserved it. Not to mention that it wasn't your fault to begin with. It was him who called your pendant a piece of scrap. If there was someone who had to apologize, it was him. You took a look at your surroundings. Everyone seemed a little bit hectic. Mainly people that attended Mr. Parker's class. After seeing that, you decided to not stay there any longer and just head into the classroom. It would have been different if he got there first, but since Mark hadn't arrived yet, you decided to sit down on your usual seat. You could sit at another place if he didn't want to sit next to you. You sat down and pulled your textbook out for a quick refresher. Hopefully Lars was right about just needing a refresher. A few minutes after you started to review the materials, you noticed Mark walked into the classroom. He looked gloomy compared to his usual self. His head dropped as he walked toward the seat next to you. You got the wrong answer. It should be Russell Edson. He corrected you as you walked past your seat. He then sat down, faced the other way, covered his head with his backpack, and let out a long sigh. Thanks. You felt awful for being the cause of that, and you were thinking of mending your relationship with him before it got worse. But for now, you focused on absorbing all the material you could before the exam. What good timing. Mr. Parker walked in with a stack of paper as soon as you finished reviewing. You felt a little bit anxious, but thanks to you reviewing the material, you felt confident that you'd pass the exam with no problem. Good morning, class. Hope you guys studied for today's exam. Don't be too tense. If you studied or have been listening to the lecture, this should be a breeze. I'll let everyone prepare for 10 minutes before I hand out the papers, so until then, feel free to do what you need to do. Alright, it's time for the exam. Front row students, please grab an exam paper from the stack in front of you before handing over the rest to the rows behind you. If somehow we don't have enough for those in the back, let me know. Anyone who's gotten the paper can start right away. Please don't forget to write your name and your student ID number. Once you've finished, you may leave the room. If you decide to stay, please keep quiet and don't disturb other students. Thank you. After giving the stack to people behind you, you looked at the questions that were given to you from Mr. Parker. Thankfully, all of these seemed easy, and you had the answers in the back of your head. This should be a breeze. You saw Mark flipping his exam sheet and that he grabbed his bag before heading out of the class. It seemed like Mr. Parker was talking to him for a bit before you left the room. You were just finishing answering most of the questions, only a handful left. After a while, more students started to leave the class while you finished answering everything. You checked all the questions and answers again before you left since you didn't want to be overconfident and end up making some careless mistakes. Once you'd confirmed that you were satisfied with your answers, you flipped the paper and headed toward the exit. Yeah, finished already? I see you were confident about it. It was easier than I thought, but I didn't want to make some mistake because I was being overconfident, so I took my time to check my answers. I'm proud of you, Walter. I'm sure you'll pass the exam just fine. Thank you. I'll head out now, Mr. Parker. Yeah, before you go, Mark told me to tell you to meet him at the school fields. Oh, school fields? Okay, thanks, Mr. Parker. Don't worry about it. School fields, huh? That means I'll have to go downstairs. I don't know what's up with Mark. It's not like I'm not happy that he reached out to me, but what if there was some ill intention behind it? I guess I'll know when I'm there. You okay? Yeah, sorry, just distracted. Okay. You went downstairs, walking toward the exit near the end of the hallway as you looked at your surroundings. It's been a week since you got here, but you didn't remember how many times you'd gone to the school fields or at all. Actually, I went there like once when I wandered around the school. Wasn't there someone that talked to me at the fields that day? I don't think he told me his name, actually. Come to think of it, He looked like Talbot with glasses. What about Talbot with glasses? Eh! Oh, it's you from the school fields the other day. Hey, you are the guy from the school fields, yeah. It's nice seeing you here. Likewise. What are you doing here? Might be the same reason as you. I'm a student after all. You are? Wow, I wouldn't have thought of that. Why is that? Sorry if it's rude, but it's just how you dress. Oh, really? What did you thought I was? A biker? He let out a hearty laugh that almost filled the entire hallway. He seemed amused by the fact that you thought he was a biker. Fair enough, but I don't think being a student and a biker are mutually exclusive. You're right. I don't think I've properly introduced myself yet, have I? My name's Wilfred. I'm a student here, just like you. Hello, my name's Walter. It's nice meeting you. Again. Wilfred? Likewise. To answer your question earlier more seriously, I was just about to head outside. Don't suppose you have another class after this? Okay, I do have another class today. I see. I was thinking of asking you to walk with me and show you my bike. Oh, you really are a biker. Well, I do ride a bike to school. That's really cool. I would love to, but I'm sorry. I've made plans with someone else. What a shame, but I understand. Then, rain check. Okays. I'll let you go for now. You enjoy yourself, Walter. Yo. Like, microphone, why are you doing that? Take care, Wilfred. You too. Take care, Wilfred. Why are all the characters hot? Why? He adjusted his glasses and smiled at you before leaving the building through the main exit. You decided to make haste to the school fields before Mark got bored of waiting for you. Yes. Nah, just cooler looking Talbot. Your eyes took a few seconds to get used to the light outside. Once they did, you took a look around the fields. Today was different than last week. There are people here sitting on the bleachers, on the ground, on the stairs, by the trees, all sorts of people here and everywhere. Talbot, the cooler Talbot. Despite the crowd, it wasn't hard to spot the line you were looking for. That carefully styled brown mane, that plain blue hoodie with beige pants combo with stylish white shoes. Only one person who would wear that and lie down in the middle of an empty soccer field. There he is. It was awkward between you two, so you weren't sure on how to approach him. You walked there slowly and sat down next to him, but not too close to make him feel pressured to scoot away. He was breathing slowly, so it was either he was relaxed or that he was sleeping. I wanted to call out to him, but it seemed like he noticed your presence first. He didn't say anything, though. Maybe this time you should be the one who initiates the conversation. It would be a good way to let him know that you'd still talk to him. Hey. Hey. So, how are you feeling? I'm fine. How about you? I'm okay. Look, let's just skip the pleasantries. Fine by me. I'll get to the point. I called you here to apologize for what I said to you yesterday. It didn't occur to me how offensive and rude it was until I realized that pendant was something really important to you. I'm sorry for being a shitty person. You're right, that was shitty. What? It was rude too. But I'll forgive you. I know you meant what you said on the phone, but I also know your apology was sincere. So while I'm still a little bit upset, I'll forgive you. I'm sorry for not letting you explain yourself yesterday. It was deserved. Maybe you're right, but I still feel I need to say sorry. Anyway, why are we here? Just wanted to ask you to come here so I could apologize for what I did. That's all. I see. How was the exam for you? I did great. I'm sure I'll pass that exam just fine. Good for you. The studying paid off, huh? It did. Not that I could relate to that sense of accomplishment. What do you mean? Nothing, just thinking is all. How did you do? You left quite early, so pretty good? Yeah, it was easy. Meh. Smart people have it easy. Aren't you glad that the exam is done? Yeah. Didn't realize I'd been so stressed out because of the exam. You didn't look like it though. Maybe so, but I feel a lot lighter now that the exam is done. You sure it's not because you haven't had lunch yet? No. Oh. What now? What? Okay. I don't speak Spanish. Okay. What now? I actually brought lunch with me. Upon hearing your lunch, he quickly got up and sat up straight. What is this? Some high school anime lunch scene? I did think it would be cliche as soon as Lars gave me a lunchbox. Well, at least it's going to be good food. You think so? Duh, it's Big Kitty we're talking about. As much as I like to tease him, I can't deny the fact that he makes good food. True. You brought your backpack onto your lap. As you opened the zipper, there was a neatly packed lunchbox among your books. Come on, let's open it so I can grab a bite. Jeez, you're more excited about it than I am. Not really. I just want to see how he decorates the food for you. Fine, fine. Mark was watching you closely as you put your finger on the lid. When you lifted it up, something fragrant and something fragrant and fresh smelling hit your nostril. This smells like basil and mint dipping sauce. Curious if it was basil and mint, you dipped your finger in and gave it a taste. Sure enough, it was what Mark said. Yeah, it is. You didn't have to taste it to know what it is. The smell was enough. It's my lunch. I can do whatever I want with it. Next to the dipping sauce, there were some chicken wraps, enough to feed 2 hungry students. That's quite a lot for myself. Did Lars make a lot just for you, or did he know that you would be eating with someone else? Then you should have no problem sharing with me. He extended his hand to grab one of the many chicken wraps as he said that. But you swatted his hand away. Not at all, but it would be nice to ask first. May I? Yes. Thanks. Maybe I should get on good terms with good kitties, or he would make me good food like this. What kind of reasoning is that? A rational kind. Ooh, being rational for rations. On second thought, maybe not. Just kidding. You two enjoyed lunch together in the middle of the empty soccer field. That was great. So-so. Said the one who finished most of it in one go. Hiya. Whatever. About your pendant. What about it? I don't have Tora's number, but I might be able to contact the inn. Oh. So, I'll let you know once I'm home later. You will? I called your pendant a piece of scrap, so I want to make things right, at least. Surprised and overjoyed with what he said, you gave him the tightest, most heartfelt hug you've ever given someone. Thank you! You're crushing me! Hearing that, you quickly let him go. He looked somewhat flustered as he stretched his arms. Sorry, it just happened. It's whatever. You're really a nice person deep inside. You're saying I'm not a nice person outside. You wound me, mister. Maybe I lost Ian's number. No, you're the nicest person in and out. That's more like it. Maybe I do still have the number after all. Evil. Well, hope whatever you're studying for goes great for you. That aside, I don't think we have much time left. I might head in and get ready for my second class. Yeah, I should do that too. Don't think we're in the same class this time, no? What do you take? Macroeconomics. Macronomics? Macroeconomics. Oh, what's that? Economy stuff. Sounds hard. What do you take? College writing. Sounds boring and similar to our literature class. I could use the knowledge. Might help me prep for writing a thesis paper. Huh, you're more prepared than I thought. Give me more credit. I am. Well, I'll see you later? If we run into each other after class, yeah. Okay. Mark and you parted ways because you attended different courses today. You headed back inside the hallway while Mark went to the other building. Yeah, I forgot to ask Mark where my classroom is. What should I do now? Luckily for you, Mr. Parker was in the same hallway as you. Or maybe not, since he was a new teacher. But it wouldn't hurt to ask. Mr. Parker! Walter, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be heading to the next class? That's what I'm trying to do. Do you know where the college writing classroom is? College writing? Who's teaching that course? Miss Choi. Oh, Miss Choi. Her classroom should be upstairs on the second floor. From the stairs, you'll see my classroom, yeah? And go to the end of the hallway and turn right. It should be over there. I see. Thank you. Oh, also, do you mind meeting me in front of my classroom later? I have a favor to ask you. Sure thing. I'll see you later then. Thank you. Now off you go. Bye, Mr. Parker. Take care. So this is the classroom. Let's see if there's an empty spot somewhere. The front row and middle seats were all taken. The only ones left were at the back of the room. You headed there and noticed someone that looked familiar to you. Ugh. Unfortunately for you, Talbot was on the same back row as the empty seats you were going to take. To make matters worse, you'd have to walk past him to reach the seat. I'm just going to suck it up and ignore him. As you walked toward the empty seat, Talbot definitely noticed you. Both your eyes met and he furrowed his brows in disbelief and doubt. You decided to not react to him and keep walking. You sat down and took your book out. To keep your attention away from him, you decided to play with your phone until class started. After a few minutes of internet browsing, Miss Choi walked in and started the class. You listened to her course with your utmost attention while trying not to attract Talbot's attention at the same time. Class ended. hell? Class ended. Every student started leaving the classroom. You don't want to be left alone in an empty classroom, so you quickly left the room, or at least you planned to, but as you walked past his seat, he stopped you. You dropped your pen. Huh? Oh! You looked back and saw there was a pen on your seat. You grabbed it and put it inside your pocket. Thank you! He scoffed as he got up from his seat. He said nothing as he left the room. Can't believe I'm in the same class as that loser. Not wanting to get on his bad side more than you already did for some reason, you just stood there as you watched him leave. He wasn't being a major dick, at least. Time to leave the classroom and see Mr. Parker in front of his classroom. Good thing that the classrooms were on the same second floor, so you didn't have to walk that much. You arrived there. Mr. Parker was still inside the classroom talking to his students. He saw you and nodded as if he was telling you to wait for a bit. Without much to do, you decided to wait for him outside of the classroom. Seems like he'll take a while. Maybe I should text him and ask to meet at the cafeteria? Or maybe not. Sorry about that. Don't worry about it, Mr. Parker. I just got here anyway. I see. I would stay longer, but I'm somewhat occupied right now. It's okay. What do you need? I want you to bring this box to Gil's office. Can you do that for me? Sure, but where's his office? Go right once you reach downstairs. His office is the second to last. Second to last. Alright, got it. Thank you, Walter. I owe you one. It's nothing, Mr. Parker. Don't worry about it, really. Okay, I'll entrust you with this box. Thank you again. I have to go back now. See you later, Walter. At the end of the hallway last, sure enough, it says Gilbert Leonard. I should knock before I head in. Tried knocking on the door again. Maybe he's not inside. Okay, third time's the charm. Come in. Oh, he is inside. Coach Go, Mr. Parker asked me to bring this box to you. Oh. While not sure if you should be surprised or not, Coach Gill was inside his office with Talbot. The way they were standing hinted that they were in the middle of something, especially since it took a while for him to actually allow you to enter. So okay, thank you, Walter. You may now leave. Okay. He never asked you to leave so soon until now. Usually he would ask you to stay longer than you would want so he could tease you. But today was different since he had Talbot in his office. For some reason that made you upset. You couldn't help but think about what they were doing behind that door. Were they doing something you shouldn't be seeing? It's not my business, but why am I upset? I can't shake this feeling away. What should I do to make it stop? Oh, Walter, over here! You could recognize that voice from afar. It was Liz. The only thing to do now was look for the source of the voice. You could see someone jumping and waving to grab your attention. Even though you two didn't talk much, you got a feeling that only she would do that, so you approached a small figure in the distance. Hey, Walter. Oh, you look glum. What's wrong? I am? Did Parker bully you? Should I give him a good whooping? I love you, Miss Liz. I fucking love you. What? No, nothing like that. You don't just look down for no reason. Just saw something stupid, really. Pay me no attention. I'll let you know one thing. Something that makes you feel sad is nothing stupid, because if it was, it wouldn't have made you sad to begin with. But if you insist, then I'll let it go. But if you change your mind, however, I'll be more than willing to listen to your problem. While students' well-being isn't our responsibility on paper, I wouldn't turn a blind eye to a student in need of help, especially not if I know I can make a change. I'll keep that in mind. Good. Make sure you do. More importantly, do you want to head back together? What happened to the whole listening to your problem thing? You insisted that it was nothing, so it was nothing. A woman has her priorities, sweet bun. Anyway, what do you mean walking home with you? You didn't know I live with Parker? I didn't. He never told me. Of course he didn't. Well, now you know. I live with him, and because he hasn't finished his class yet, I'm left to fend for myself. You wouldn't leave a damsel in distress, would you? What if I get captured by some pervy old men? My body! I don't like how you said that with a straight face. Well, it would be okay if they were hot. But anyway, offer still stands. Sure, I'm just heading home anyway. Great. Shall we? You know, sharing a house with Parker is great and bad at the same time. How so? He cooks for us sometimes. It's great, but he's so lazy at times and leaves things scattered around. I have to clean up after him sometimes. It's like babysitting a big baby. He also snores really loud. Can you believe that? Really? I wouldn't know that. Didn't you guys go out last Sunday? It was too brief, plus we didn't share a room. Can't believe he didn't think of asking me. I was so lonely at home by myself, I ended up hosting a party at home. You did what? Host a party at home. Wow. It's not like I can help it. We bunnies are party people. We could die from loneliness. Oh, please don't say things like that. It's the truth. Is it really? Yes. I cleaned up, of course. I'm a good, responsible housemate. Liz is a kidnapper. I see. I drank too much. I ended up having Parker help me get something to get rid of my hangover. Oh. You should come over to visit sometime, Walter. We have snacks together. Parker stores a lot of snacks. You can have as much as you like. He would know if something was... He would know if he was missing one thing. Or two. Why does it feel so sketchy? You're probably imagining it. Well, just think about it. I'll keep that in mind. I feel like something like that happened back then at home. Dad would be screaming hysterically at Mom when someone stole from his bread stash. Huh? Am I forgetting something? I remember him screaming at Mom because she took his stash. But what was that for? Ugh, this house here gives me creeps. You too? Oh, did something happen? Yeah, I felt like someone was watching me from the windows up there when I walked here yesterday. Oh no, did something happen after that? No, I decided to leave instead of finding out. Good idea, to be honest. I don't like the energy of this house. It's almost like something bad once happened here. Maybe it's even happening as we speak. Ooh, spooky. She looked up and down to observe the neatly abandoned-looking building. Maybe it's only the wind. Yeah, I thought of that too. We can't just not walk through here either. It's the fastest way from our place to the school. Yeah. It probably is, though. Here's my place. Whoa, you live here in this big house all by yourself? Initially, yeah, but recently I have someone living with me. Is that the person you're talking about? Lars was walking out of the house to take the trash out. He wasn't wearing any shirt, and you could see Liz's ears twitching back and forth. Oh yeah, that's him. Ooh la la, look at those muscles. How could you live with such luscious, mouth-watering hunk without telling me? Liz? Before you knew it, Liz had already dashed towards your house gate, introducing herself to Lars. You quickly caught up to her before she did something irrecoverable to him. Good afternoon, kind sir. My name is Liz. Huh? Oh, are you a friend of Walter? Yes, indeed. I'm a good friend. Hang on. Yes, indeed. I'm a good friend of his. As a good friend of his, like I said earlier, I'm obligated to perform a thorough check on whoever's living with him to ensure his safety. Oi, what are you doing? Now, if you wouldn't mind, I will start now. Don't get closer! I gotta stop her before she goes too far. He's just doing that. Before it's too late, you quickly stood in between Liz and Lars and pushed her away. Come on, Liz, it's late. Didn't you have plans today? You should go home now. Expecting her to walk out would not work, so he dragged her away from the scene. Wait, what? I still haven't expected that person. She tried to return, but you were stronger in terms of raw strength. You can do it another time. Goodbye, take care. I will come back. Surrender, ma'am. He is gay. That was the teacher, wasn't it? Step away from the game, ma'am. That was the teacher, wasn't it? How did you know? From her name. Parker told me about her once. Right, of course. That aside, welcome back. Nice to be home. How was school? It was decent. How about the exam? I think I nailed it, honestly. That's great, I'm happy for you. Thank you. Oh, I have something to take care of for a while. Do you want to go with me, or would you prefer to go back? I think I already know the answer of what you are all going to say. I think I already know. If I'm not mistaken. Ratchet balls. Not even a question, to be honest. Might as well, since there's nothing to do. Let me put my backpack inside first. Let me put my backpack back inside first. Okay, I need to get my shirt anyway. Where are we even going, Lars? To the park. Need to talk with the old man. Oh, the one that gave you money for cleaning the park? Yes, that's the one. Okay. Doesn't look like anyone's living in this building. I can't say, even though it does look abandoned right now. Right? Maybe it's haunted. I believe it isn't. You sound so sure. Oh! What? So I walked to school through this alley like usual, yeah? There were children playing by the sandbox in the playground. Yes, what about it? I think I remembered something when I saw them. Do you remember playing in the playground with me back then? Ah, you remembered something from your childhood? Just a fragment of it, nothing more. I remember us building sandcastles and mine would fall apart while yours were looking majestic. I visited from time to time and took you to the playground next to a school, yes, but I don't recall us building sandcastles. We mostly played with each other, played with either the jungle gym or climbing the slides the wrong way. Really? I guess I remembered it wrong. I wouldn't say it was 100% wrong either. Maybe you did build a sandcastle in the playground, just with someone else other than me. I'm glad you're starting to remember, even though it's just a piece here and there. Yeah, maybe I'll remember more from time to time. I don't doubt it. Wait, come to think of it, we played in a playground by a school. Yes. Was it in Highwell? Yes, why do you ask? Huh, which school? Oh, it's not around here. It's about a 15-minute drive away. I see. Do you think we could go there sometime? Yeah, I don't mind. Okays, I'll let you know when I want to go there. Sounds like a plan. Oh, there's the old man. I'll sit down on the bench over there, Lars. Okay, I won't take long. Take your time, I don't mind. You patted your head before walking toward the older person waiting by the tree. With nothing else to do at the moment, you decided to just sit down and enjoy the park scenery. There were all kinds of people around this time, from young to old, male to female, even ones that made you wonder about their genders. But with that kind of variety, you managed to catch a familiar face, at least one of them was familiar to you. Coach Gill, wasn't he with Talbot at school just a while ago? Apparently not. He currently was with a person who didn't look like a fish lizard man thing. You were wondering if you really wanted to approach him, especially that he was with someone else at the moment, not to mention that you were still somewhat upset about what happened in his office, even though you knew it wasn't your business at all. Even though you knew that it wasn't your business at all, it made you feel guilty. I think that side character's name is Logan, and that same feeling of guilt was the reason you ended up hiding behind the bush to watch them. It felt wrong, but you were curious. While pondering about this new person who was walking next to Coach Gill in a friendly manner, he noticed you hiding behind a bush all by yourself. Walter? Ah, he saw me! No reason to hide anymore. Best just come out. It's nice seeing you here, but what are you doing there? You're not stalking me, are you? What? Of course not. I was already here before you got here. Got it. Ah, right, I forgot. Logan, this here's Walter. He's also a first-year Highwell student. Nice meeting you, Logan. The pleasure is mine. You look familiar. Are you Walter Graham by any chance? Oh, yeah, that's me. Do I know you? He calmly shook his head as he replied to you. Oh, no, not exactly. I've seen your name somewhere before, that's all. Huh? I wonder where it was. Well, anyway, we're just having a stroll here. What are you doing here yourself? Ah, I came here with Lars. He's currently talking with someone over there. I see. Huh? This is quite a peculiar party. Didn't expect to run into you over here. And Coach Gill, with the McGrath kid? What are you doing here? McGrath? That sounds familiar. Where did I hear that name? We're just having a talk by the park. Not who I asked, but okay. What are you doing here, Walter? I'm just waiting for Lars. He's over there. Figures. Well, I think we should leave now. Ah, that soon? Yeah, I'll make it up to you next time, Walter. Okay. See you two around. Yeah. You probably shouldn't have done that, Gil. Nah, it's no biggie. Gil? He's calling him without honorifics? Are they good friends or something? They left you with more questions than answers. Not surprising, to be honest. What do you mean? Coach Gill and him. I'm not following. Don't those last names mean anything to you? Not really. You're so oblivious at times, huh? I wish I was like you. So I've been told. Cheeky bastard, if you don't know about it, then it's best I keep my mouth shut. You put it that way, I might just want to ask. But you won't. Right. Why not? It doesn't sound interesting. And I don't want to find out something I'm not supposed to know about. Anyway, what are you doing here? Didn't feel like going home. Ah, okay. Even though Mark didn't give you a clear reason, what he said made sense to you. Should I ask him about the phone number? No, Walter, I haven't gone home, so I don't have anything yet. Oh. How did you know what I was thinking about? I can see it all over your face. I hope you're worried, Walter, but... I know you're worried, Walter, but patience. Yeah, you're right. Since we're here, maybe I should ask him about his dad. Hey, about yesterday in Publix, what was that about? Ugh, I knew you'd ask me sooner or later. Should I not? Nah, you're fine. My dad is just a little bit picky about who I'm friends with. We have some kind of problems going on at the moment, so the less he knows who I'm friends with, the better. That's not really a solid explanation. Yeah, it's really half-assed, huh? A little bit. It's fine, though, I understand. Thanks. That makes things easier for both of us. Haha. He looks really intimidating, though. Almost like my dad. Huh, that's so? I think he's fine. Just a bit stiff, but other than that, he's just my old man. He tries sometimes, but it kind of flops. What kind of problems are you two having? Just a silly fight between us two, nothing too major. Okay. Is it just me, or are we being watched right now? Your body tensed up when he mentioned that. You looked around for a potential stalker, but you couldn't find anyone. Everyone was doing their own thing, and none of them were staring at you. At least not openly staring. Mark, on the other hand, was walking around to see if there was anyone suspicious. Yeah, over there, Big Kitty was watching us from the distance. He pointed out Lars, whose attention was focused on both of you. Relieved that it wasn't something weird, you let out a sigh. Well, it seems like he's coming here. I'll leave now. You two have fun. Oh, you're not going to talk to him? Nah, not today. I want to head back so I can find the inn's number. Okay. Thank you, Mark. Don't mention it. Finishing it early means one less thing for me to worry about. Makes sense. See ya. Take care, Mark. He left the park as Lars approached you. Seemed to you that he really didn't want to talk with Lars. You didn't know why, but you didn't question it either. You'd done a lot of things that couldn't be explained with simple logic. It was just Mark being Mark, nothing else. Was that Mark just now? Yeah, he had something to do, so he left. I see. How did it go? The thing with the old man. It went well. I told him I'm still going to do some work at the park, but I don't quite need payment for the volunteer work anymore. He didn't agree at first, but after knowing that I have a roof over my head for now, he seemed relieved and agreed to it. That's good. Do you have a plan after this? No. Why is that? Just asking. Should we head home now? Sure. As you walked home with Lars, you suddenly got reminded of Coach Gill out of nowhere. You were thinking of asking Lars if he knew anything about him, but maybe he wasn't the best person to ask about since they used to date each other. At least you thought they did. Lars noticed you were being quiet for a while, and he decided to stop and ask you about it. Hey. You've been quiet for a while, you okay? Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm okay. You sure? Yeah. Okay. I have a random question about Gil. Sure, what about him? Do you know if he's dating anyone right now? No, I don't know. I see. Well, why did you ask me? I don't know, you two seem close, so I thought you might have known something that I don't. Fair enough, but like I said earlier, no, I know nothing. Must be some reason you asked. Why is that? He's curious. I saw him with a classmate in his office earlier. It seemed like I interrupted something when I went inside. I can't say. Do you want me to ask him? No, there's no need. It's not my business anyway. Okay. But I also saw him with another person in the park just a while ago. He was here? Yeah, with, what's his name again? Logan McGrath or something. You mean McGrath? It did sound like that. Do you know him? There's a McGrath in Highwell? Apparently. Must be up to something if they put someone here. Should I be worried? No, you're fine. I'm just surprised is all. I'll trust you. Oh? Hi. It's you. What are you doing here? I live around here. Oh, since when? I've never seen you around. Not too long ago. It's a 2-story house across the street. Whoa, we're like neighbors! It seems like we are. Is this here your residence? I moved here a week ago. I see. It's quite a nice place. It also has a video intercom. It is? What's a video intercom? This device over here. He pointed at a small device next to the gate and explained to you what it was and what it did. You didn't know such a thing existed until now. It was mind-blowing. Did that help? Yeah, somewhat. I'll mess with it sometime later. Thanks, Logan. The pleasure was mine. Oh, right, this is Lars. He lives here with me. Lars, I see. My name is Logan. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Lars looked like he was in a pinch. It was almost like something surprised him so he couldn't react properly. Yeah, hey. Lars looks nervous right now. Is he not good with meeting new people? It's been nice seeing you two here, but I should go back home for now. Okay. You should come over sometime, Logan. I'll take up on that offer when I can. Cool. See you around, Logan. Likewise. With Logan headed back to his house, Lars looked a bit relaxed, but he was still noticeably tense. You okay? You look tense. Uh-huh. Yes, I'm okay. Let's head inside now. Hmm? I didn't know there was a McGrath in this neighborhood. What's with you and McGrath? You don't look too thrilled about the idea. Mark also noticed the McGrath Mark also noted the McGrath name might mean something. Now I'm getting curious. Of course I am not. Do you not know who they are? Not at all. Who are they? They're bad news. Like bad with capital B-A-D. Huh, really? Logan looks like a normal person to me, if not a little bit deadpan. Ugh, I need to calm down. Anything I can do to help? It's okay. I'll go to the kitchen for a bit. I see. Okay, Lars, let me know if you need anything. I will. Thank you, Walter. Mm-hmm. Right. Can I have the lunchbox back? I might as well clean it up while I'm headed to the kitchen. Oh, sure. The lunch was great, Lars. Mark and I enjoyed it a lot. I'm glad. After giving him the lunchbox, he smiled at you before walking to the kitchen. That was a weird reaction from Lars. I don't think I could get any answers from him, though. Maybe I should ask Mark if he knows anything about the McGraths. You were curious about the intercom thing that Logan told you about, so you tried to mess with the console inside the house. There were several buttons to operate the device, and you tried pressing each of them to see what they did. Thanks to Logan's easy-to-understand explanation, you didn't have much trouble after messing around with it. Lars came back to the living room while you were inspecting the device. You weren't too sure how to approach him, so you just sat back and watched the TV with him. The show you were watching was boring, to say the least. You couldn't help but feel sleepy. Maybe you should take a short nap. Hey, Lars, I think I'm going to go take a nap. Okay. Do you want me to turn off the TV? No need. I'll be in my room. Wake me up if something happens. Okay. The drowsiness had gotten worse when you reached your room, so you took no time to jump onto the bed and rest your weary body. Ooh, sleepy. I don't usually get this sleepy in the afternoon. I wonder what changed today. Your vision had started to blur, and thanks to the colder weather, it didn't take too long for you to feel super relaxed. Bruh. Huh? Hey, Herbert, are you there? Silence. It was like there was no sign of life behind the door. You knocked on the door to see if there was anyone inside. Herbert? More silence. If there was anyone inside, they really didn't want to talk to you. I guess I'll ask Mom to head out with me when she's back. The door behind you opened slightly and creaked. When you glanced at it, someone was peeking through the small gap of the door. Oh, Herbert, are you free right now? I told you to not call me that. Oh, sorry, brother. What do you want? We ran out of milk at home. Do you think we could head out and buy it together? Wait downstairs. I'll grab something real quick. Yay! So, where are we going to buy it? What if we go to a convenience store down the street? It's close, and we can stop by the park if you want to. Sure, let's head out. What? What? What the fuck? You find yourself standing in the school hallway with the lights all blinking. Someone is standing in front of you, and it seems like they're talking to themselves. Okay, this is some Doki Doki Literature Club level bullshit. When you approach them, it looks like someone you knew, but you aren't too sure, so you take a closer look. You did this to me, Walter. Mr. Parker? What do you mean? It's all because of you. In front of you is Mr. Parker. You aren't too sure if it is him since his face isn't too visible because of lack of light in the room. There's also a red tint around him that looks sort of wet. He keeps mumbling something inaudible until you hear someone talking behind you. When you turn around, you're already somewhere else, and someone that looks like Anders is also there. You look pathetic, Walter. Crying and asking for help is all you could do. You'll have to learn that one day you'll have no one left to rely on. Stop! No, you don't have the right. One day you'll have to face the consequences, Walter. This person that looks like Coach Gill then pushes you toward the ground, and you fall into the swing somehow. Mark! The person in front of you. They look like Mark, but at the same time they don't. He doesn't have Mark's voice either. It would have been better for you to just die. What? What are you saying? Who are you? You see here? This is all you're doing, Walter. Wait, what are you doing, Herbert? Your forgetfulness is just an... Everything is your fault. You have no right to enjoy all of this. But you just do so without a single care in the world. Walter? Lars! Where are we? You took something dear from my life, so it wouldn't matter if I take something important away from you, would it? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Of course you don't. It's easier for you since you can forget about everything while I have to carry this weight for the rest of my life. Maybe this will make you remember. Your twin lookalike takes something out of his pocket and stabs Lars in the chest once as he laughs maniacally. Twice. 3 times. Again and again. Nope, not tonight. Not tonight. I am not dealing with this Ad Astra level bullshit tonight. Nope. Nope. Fuck this shit. I'm out. In a few seconds, you can see him limping down onto the floor, almost lifeless while his hand is trying to reach you. He looks up at you, and you can see the horrible pain in his face. Run, Walter! Live! That's the last thing he tells you before lying down on the ground, lifeless. Silence fills the room. You then notice that the whole class is painted red and smells like iron. That the whole place is painted red and smells like iron and rust. You hear Herbert's laughter close to your ears. When you turn around, there's no one nearby. You feel satisfied for some reason. You look down and find your hands painted red. You are holding a knife. Now, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna need therapy after this. Maybe. I don't know. In a flash, the room is already empty. You can hear footsteps from every direction. Lars told you to run, but you don't know where to. You have no choice but to run forward. But it doesn't seem like you are moving at all. You try again, but it is impossible to move. At this point, you're already bawling your eyes out, hoping to leave this place in one piece. But you don't even know where this is. You run and run, but the sounds are getting louder and louder. Then you feel someone grabbing you from behind. You don't want to find out who it is, but then your head is turning by itself in horror. I'm going to pull up the sensor cuz yeah. You shouldn't be here, Walter. Wake up, it's only a dream. Just like that, the room flashed bright, and you found yourself lying down in your bed. You woke up with your fur getting damp from sweat, heart beating so fast it would beat out of your chest if it could, and you were also running out of breath. It seemed like it was just a very lucid and horrible dream. It was almost too real. You wondered if it meant anything at all. Your whole body was trembling, and you looked at your arms. It was a normal fur color, unlike the one you saw in the nightmare. What you failed to realize was someone's presence next to you until they hugged you. It was Lars. He let you go after a while and looked like he just saw a ghost. Lars, what's wrong? You were kicking and screaming in your sleep, and you couldn't wake up no matter how I tried. I thought something bad happened. I think I'm fine, Lars. Thank you for worrying about me. Are you sure? Mm-hmm. It was just a really bad dream. I already forgot about it too. You lied. You still remember every detail of it. How your friends were blaming you for what happened. How Herbert stabbed Lars to death. You felt sick. You wanted to throw up from that sight. You still remembered how it smelled. Everything was so vivid. It was like you were actually there. There was no way you would forget something like that even if you wanted to. I'm going to get something to drink. Oh, alright. I'll be watching TV in the living room if you need me for anything. You got up and walked toward the kitchen, hoping cold water would calm you down. You opened the fridge and poured cold water into a glass you'd been holding. Once it was full, you chugged the water in one go. You could feel the cold water refreshing your parched throat. Whew, didn't realize I'm that thirsty. Maybe a few more. You drank half of the water in the container. Maybe you should refill it so you could drink more, in case you feel like drinking cold water again. Since the tap water was safe to drink, you poured it into the container and put it back inside the fridge to let it chill. I should just wash the glass after using it. That way Lars wouldn't need to do my dishes. Everything in the kitchen was practically spotless. There wasn't even a speck of dust on the countertops. Lars really took care of the house. I should be more thankful about it. Maybe I can do something really nice for him. As you wash the glass, you notice a big bag of something near your backyard. Isn't that the dried leaves Lars picked up yesterday to make into compost? Wonder why he hasn't done it yet. Oh, I told him we would get gardening tools today. You felt bad for not remembering it sooner, so you turned off the sink, put the glass back to dry, and ran toward the living room. Lars was sitting down in the living room like he said he would. He noticed you running around the house and asked you about it. Huh? What are you doing running in the house like that? I'm sorry. What for? For not remembering about the plans. No, you mean buying gardening tools? Yeah, I'm really, really sorry. I forgot about it. It's okay. It's nothing urgent anyway. We might still be able to make it if we rush to Publix right now. Really? It's okay. We can go tomorrow. Nah, I insist. Let's head over there now. If you're sure. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, then. Lars got up and turned off the TV. Once both of you were ready, you two headed outside to go to Publix. Okay, it's locked. Let's go. Do you know where the gardening tool aisle is? I'm as clueless as you are. I might have seen it around here. After traversing through one aisle after another, he finally found the place he was looking for. He arrived at the gardening aisle where they showed a bunch of gardening tools. So, what are we looking for here? We'll need at least a trowel, a rake, a shovel, a watering can, and pruning shears. I think I might have a trowel and a watering can somewhere in the house. I remember seeing it when moving the boxes last week. Oh, that's 2 less things we need to buy then. Well, not too sure though. We could buy it in case I'm remembering wrong. I think we'll be fine. If the house has empty vegetable patches, must have had some sort of tool shed somewhere, or at least some tools lying around somewhere. When you put it like that, you might be right. That means we'll need to get a rake, shovel, and pruning shears. Right, pruning shears. I don't really know about pruning shears, but I can look for a shovel and a rake. That would help. While Lars looked for the pruning shears, you walked around the aisle, looking for shovels and rakes. There were many assorted tools that you'd seen before, and walking through the aisle like this reminded you of your dad. He was fond of gardening, and he'd usually wake up early in the morning to take care of the plants every morning. Gardening is something he likes to do, even though he's quite busy most of the time. If we saw people who know their way around the garden are cool. I wonder if it's because of Dad. One thing that stood out to you was the hose. Almost looked like the same one as he had back then. Hey, Lars. Lars was on the other end of the aisle, and you weren't feeling like walking there only to talk with him. It wasn't that long of an aisle, but you'd still need to raise your voice a little bit for him to hear you properly. Thankfully, the gardening aisle had no one but you two as its only visitors, so you could talk as loud as you wanted there. Yeah? Do you think we need a hose? No, we have one at home. Huh, really? Yeah, otherwise, how'd you water the plants? I wouldn't. No wonder the plants were looking parched when I took care of them the other day. I thought the rain was enough for them to be thriving. Well, it's true, but you still need to take care of them. But of course, now you have me doing the gardening, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, thanks. The shovel you were looking for was on the other rack. You're thinking of grabbing one and told Lars you found it, but there was a problem. It came with different types of handles. You weren't sure which one to get. Hey, Lars. Yes? There are shovels here, but there are different types of handles. Which one should I get? Try looking for forged steel. Also avoid plastic ones. Oh, okay. What about the ones with the wood handle? That good? He walked towards you with something that looked like a pair of exaggerated scissors and also a rake. Oh, this is even better. We should get this one. Alrighty. I have a rake and shears with me. I think that's all we need. Oh, that's surprisingly quick. Do you need anything else? Like maybe seeds or soil? You have good soil in your backyard. We might need gloves and fertilizer, actually. Huh? Did you plan on using compost? Yeah, soil. Well, actually, I don't want to go into the details with the NPK ratios, but basically that's not enough. Huh, really? Isn't compost some sort of fertilizer? It's more involved than it being some sort of fertilizer, from my understanding. Fertilizer won't improve the structure of the soil, but it provides nutrients the soil needs. That might not be present in compost. That makes fertilizer and compost complementary, not exclusive. That means you can't use them interchangeably because they provide different things in the soil. That sounds complicated. It could be, yeah, but when are things not? You're right. Well, anyway, there are fertilizers over there. Which one are we getting? Let's see. I don't know what kind of nutrients the soil is lacking yet. Sending it to the lab is way too involved for a vegetable garden, so we'll see if they have DIY soil. If they have a DIY soil test kit. Oh, does that mean we'll need to do another trip tomorrow? Yeah, looks like it. You can go have it paid. I'll look for the kit. Okay. Funny how it was almost devoid of people, but it was decently packed near the register. People were queuing to get their items paid. You were presented with 2 choices, the self-checkout and normal checkout. Now it's choice-making time. You're thinking of heading to the self-checkout counter, but it was as packed as it was here. The line you were standing in was shorter than the rest, so you decided to stay here until it was your turn. Hope Lars can find me here. After waiting for a few minutes, it was almost your turn. Turn around to see how long the line behind you had gotten. It was surprisingly short, actually. You looked over the self-checkout counter to see if it was better over there. was still the same as before, and the only thing that changed being there was a tiger man standing in the line. He was facing away and smirking. Towards you? You squinted your eyes to get a better look. Apparently he was having a conversation on the phone. You didn't have to look over here and act like he was observing me. Got me worried over nothing. After waiting for a while, it was your turn to get your items scanned. Oh, hey Lars. You got here just in time. Yeah, I saw from the distance that it was your turn, so I quickly came over. Did we get everything? Other than fertilizer? Yes. Oh, you got the soil testing kit too? Yes. Oh, okay. Should we head home now? There's nothing else to do here, so let's head back, yeah. As you and Lars walked through the alley, you two noticed something different about the building, especially through the window. You could see there was some light seeping through the topmost window, making the building look less abandoned. Could it be that whoever owned the house really went back? That never happened before. Yeah, seems like they really moved in. Don't you think the timing is really weird? How do you mean? Seems like everything feels a little bit timed lately. Is it? I feel like things are normal over here, considering what's been happening. I guess it's just me then. Maybe I really am just overthinking it. Might be something to keep in mind, though. It's good to not be too careful sometimes. Woo! Finally back home. I'll take these items to the kitchen. Why the kitchen? Because there's a door leading to the backyard from there. Right, of course, I know that. You headed to the kitchen while you rested your ass on the couch, but it was cut short since you heard the doorbell. I got it, Lars, don't worry about it. I felt like saying it in case Lars was rushing to open the door. I should use the intercom since I learned about it. Let's see. Once you pressed a button on the console to see who it was, you could see a video feedback in sound from outside. What technology? Oh, I see you know about the intercom. That's good. Mind opening the gate for me, kid? Okay, one moment. Good evening, Uncle. Uncle? Yeah, sorry, it just came out like that. I didn't mean to make it weird. No, you're fine. I'm just surprised you called me that. I haven't been called that since forever ago. You opened the gate for him and invited him in, and since talking while he was on the other side of the gate was weird. Do you need something? I'm here to do a house inspection that I was supposed to do 2 days ago. 2 days ago? Oh! Went to the beach. Is that so? Did you have fun? Yeah, we did. That's good. Well, now don't mind me. I'll start inspecting the place. Okay. You weren't sure what to do, so you decided to just sit in front of the front door while he was inspecting your house. You don't have to stay outside. I'll let you know once I'm done. Oh, it's okay, Mr. Landlord. It's not like I have anything to do right now. It's Ross. Sorry? I have a name, kid. It's Ross. Oh, I see. Alrighty. I never realized, but he's pretty well built for someone his age. I wonder if he goes to the gym often. His build was almost like Lars, but he had this stronger, more dependable look. You were checking every inch of his body as you looked around your house. You could get used to this and wouldn't even mind if he came here more often. You're not going to pick up that call? Right, of course. Sorry. You quickly accepted the call without seeing whoever it was since you were distracted with checking him out. Hello? Oh, good, you picked up the phone. Ah, hey Mark, what's up? I found the number you were looking for, although it wasn't Tora's. Oh, really? That's still good news. Don't think you can give it a call now, so I'll give you the number tomorrow. How's that sound? Yeah, that sounds good. Awesome. Tomorrow it is. Is someone other than Lars over there right now? Yes? How did you know? Just picked up the noises. He picked up the noises over the receiver? Either his ears were pretty good or your receiver was a bit too sensitive if it really picked up Ross's footsteps. Ah, I see. It's the landlord. He's checking my house right now. Oh, is it like a weekly inspection or something else? Weekly inspection. Makes sense. Shouldn't it be done like Sunday? That was a plan, but I wasn't home. Ha, of course you weren't. What do you mean? You brought me to the beach with you. I know. Well, I don't think there's anything else, unless you have something to talk about. Nothing to report. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow then. Okay, tomorrow it is. Thanks for your help, Mark. I really appreciate it. Thank me when you actually get your thing back. I will, but thank you anyway. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Nighters. Night. That a friend of yours? Yeah, it was my classmate. Oh no, I meant the one standing behind you whose eyes are locked down on me as if I was going to kidnap you. You turned around and saw Lars standing behind you. Oh! Lars, I didn't know you were here. This here's Mr. Ross. He's the landlord I've been telling you about. Doesn't seem like you were telling good things about me to him. Apologies. Thought you were someone else, sir. I'm Lars. I'm the one Walter has been looking after. Oh, you have manners at least. I'll head back inside. Please don't mind me. He left in a hurry, probably embarrassed about how he acted toward the landlord. Ha! A funny one, that tiger. He's a little bit protective of me. He's got a good heart, I can see that. You really did take in a good guy. The way he said sounded like you found Lars on the side of a street, which was more or less accurate. Well, I finished inspecting the exterior. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Might come back later to check the interior. Make sure to check your phone from time to time. I'll shoot you a message if I'm going to do it. Okay, thanks for the help, Mr. Ross. Don't mention it, kid. Just doing my job. He tipped his hat to you as he walked past the gate. He locked it and headed back inside where Lars was sitting on the couch. Did he leave? Yeah. Made a fool of myself, didn't I? What do you mean? I was being rude to him. What if he kicked me out? What am I going to do then? I think you might be overreacting. He certainly praised you. I see. How did the inspection go? It went well. Don't think there was anything bad. He did say he would tell me when he needs to inspect the interior. I see. Any idea what we should do now? I suggest we take it easy and get ready for bed in a bit. You're right. I have school tomorrow. You spent the remainder of your awake time with Lars in the living room. At some point, you two were feeling hungry, so he made food for both of you. After it was done, you went back to the living room with Lars. You two talked about various stuff that had little to no importance. Once it was time to head to bed, you took a brisk shower and cleaned your teeth. Oh, you finished? What good timing. I was about to tell you that I finished. Well, you're heading to sleep now, yes? Yeah. I'll go wash my face and then check if everything is secure. So good night, Walter. Okay, good night, Lars. You slowly got onto your bed and laid your body on it. After turning off the light, you slowly closed your eyes, hoping that you wouldn't fall asleep. You weren't sure if you could fall asleep since you didn't feel that sleepy, but you decided to give it a try anyway. You couldn't fall asleep. I shouldn't have napped earlier. Staying in bed while all you do is toss and turn was sort of stressing you out, so you decided to head to the living room and relax your tense body. I'm pulling up the sensor. When you got to the dark living room, you saw Lars sleeping soundly on the mattress. At least he appeared to be sleeping. Maybe you should head back so you wouldn't wake him up. When you took one step back toward your room, you saw him waking up. Walter, is that you? Yeah, that's me. He got up and turned on the lights. The room got so bright so suddenly. Your eyes couldn't stand it. It took a while to let your eyes adjust to the bright room, but eventually you could see normally. Sorry. Did I wake you up? No, I wasn't sleeping to begin with. Okay. You approached the couch and sat down while Lars got up to play with his newly bought phone. What are you doing with the phone? Just reading gardening tips. Oh. What got you into gardening? My foster parent, mostly. Oh. Sorry for asking, I didn't know. You're fine, I don't mind at all. It was all in the past, but yeah, it's nothing too important. You could see that Lars wasn't too keen on talking about it. Maybe it would be wise if you just dropped it. I see. Do you mind if I stay here a bit longer? Not at all, but don't stay up too late. You have school tomorrow, don't you? Yeah. You stayed there for a little bit in companionable silence. No words were exchanged, but you two were just enjoying each other's presence in a comfortable and relaxed manner. Eventually you felt a little bit sleepy, so you decided to head back to bed after saying goodnight to each other. Alright. That might be the longest stream ever. That genuinely might be the longest stream ever because it's like almost midnight. Actually, let me check. Like, I won't be shocked if it is. Because typically the streams are like around an hour long. But damn. Long theta stream. They will not happen often because I don't know, I'm usually up to like 2 a.m. or so. And it's like, damn, it's like almost midnight right now. It's like 11:59 p.m. Hopefully, you just gotta wait for the update. Okay. Not comments, content. Click content. Can I click content? Okay. Filter. Fuck. Okay. 52, 171, 178, 246. No, that's views. Watch time. Knowing FBNs, he probably won't be. I don't think I can mentally handle that. Okay, yeah, I don't think I could mentally handle that. Him not being okay. Like, I will scream at the top of my lungs. Yeah, no. I think like the second longest is either Remember the Flowers Part 15 or Echo Route 65. It's one of those two. I think it might be Echo Route 65. God, that was almost an entire year ago. Damn. Anyways, not much else can be said. So, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow if you're watching this on the YouTubes, or not, I don't know. And yeah.